Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Thursday, February 21st, 2019. All right, so today we have the moon shifting into Virgo. So the theme shifting from that of themes around our self-expression and maybe fun and creativity, shifting into the themes now of taking care of things, doing the work, and focusing on how things can be improved. So with this theme, we do have Mercury slowly shifting into Pisces this later part of the week. So when it comes to our minds are going into the ethers. And so really good to listen to our intuition, that inner guidance for more of the practical answers in life. And Venus is getting close to a conjunction with Pluto, which will go exact tomorrow. So transformations with our values once again, and maybe in terms of our relationships as well. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Thursday. Again, we are using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. If you are new, definitely check out the link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so the moon now well set in Virgo from the shift of yesterday. So the theme going from a bit of that fiery energy of Leo, from that full moon shifting into the earthy energies of Virgo. So Virgo is all about striving towards improvement and betterment. So likely some themes here over the next few days of taking care of things, doing the work, fixing things or finding solutions or doing things that need to get done or whatever it is. So really good to develop this side of ourselves. It's the analytical side of ourselves. It's the improvement-oriented side of ourselves, and also that detail-oriented side as well. So really good to develop this side of our personality, but also noticing themes pertaining to this improvement-oriented part of the sky. So no major aspects here today. The most important emphasis is going to be on a couple sign changes with Mercury and Venus getting close to Pluto. But generally, you know, this is the heightened part of the lunar cycle. We had that full moon earlier in the week, last Tuesday, a couple days ago. And so it's still a great time to do a status check and maybe shift and pivot along our life journey based on any insights we may have gained over these past few days or longer. So with this awareness, good to put energy into whatever things we become aware of as of recent. All right, but in terms of some of these sign changes, we do have, let's talk about Venus getting close to Pluto. So this is going to go exact tomorrow, but as the day unfolds, maybe noticing a bit of deeper values, maybe deeper connections in our relationships. Venus represents values and usually how we're connecting in our relationships, and Pluto represents really getting to the core of the matter. And so really good for this depth, intimacy, openness, etc., both for ourselves and our relationships. And in that same way, what helps us do that, especially from the personal side to it, is practicing like non-attachment. So going into the weekend, there's likely going to be this transformation of our values, transformation of our relationship values, maybe that area specifically. And what can really help facilitate this process is non-attachment to these values and to our relationships, because that really is where the rebirth can take place, right? In order for the new beginnings, we do have to be willing to let go, and that's where that non-attachment can really facilitate. So inherently neutral conjunction, but very good for anything on that level going into the weekend there. All right, so in terms of Mercury, Mercury is now slightly closer to Pisces, is going to officially go in there as we get into the weekend, but likely noticing the shift with our minds. Minds going into the etheric realms, really good for developing our intuition now for the coming really month plus, as Mercury will be going retrograde here. But developing our intuition, our imaginative side, our creativity when it comes to our minds and our mental perspective on things. So really good to do this. Anything that involves a more receptive mind, a more in tune mind to presence, to our inner being, to our intuition, and using that as a sort of source of information, a source of insight, practical insight. can be really, really good here. Dream journaling, insight from dreams, all this kind of stuff likely getting activated. And again, it could be very creative too. Anything we can use our mind towards that does require imagination can be very, very constructive. All right. So really good to do this. And I would say also when it comes to communication, maybe some unconditional communication, some acceptance, that kind of stuff can flow also. And if there is any uncertainty or doubt, because again, this is, challenging placement for Mercury, our minds don't really like to be in the ethers. So if there's any uncertainty, doubt, or deeper energy coming into the mind, really good to practice faith, trust, surrender. But again, listen to the inner guidance, because that is likely where that practical insight we're seeking is. May not be verified practically, we may not arrive at it practically, but it is certainly there when it comes to our inner intuition and inner guidance. All right, so that's Mercury, and Mars is now very well set in Aries, so good, direct, assertive, independent energy. Moving forward now with Mars well placed here. And the Sun, still in Aquarius. So the focus, still great on future progressive things. How can we focus on the future, both for ourselves, like our hopes and wishes for the future, and cultivate those, but also great things greater than ourselves. Community, friends, even technology, innovation. These kinds of things can certainly be the source of energy at this time. All right, but the most important thing here today is Virgo, the theme around this earth sign of taking care of things, doing the work, and again, striving towards that improvement there. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.